Hi and welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how to make this ghost vest. If you want to see how it's done, keep on watching. So for this project you will need 2 colors of yarn, so I'm doing black and white for the ghost, then crochet hook, I'm using 6, then some scissors and a tapestry needle. So first we're gonna start with the ribbing at the bottom. So take your yarn, make a slip knot and chain 9. After you're done the chain, now we're gonna do single crochet. So we're gonna go into the second stitch from the hook, so this one here, and just do a single crochet till the end. And now we're gonna start the ribbing. So we're gonna continue doing single crochets, but we're gonna go into the back loop only. So we're gonna go not through both like this, but we're gonna go just into the back. So let's do this one together. So chain 1, turn your work and go into the back loop, and as normal do single crochet, and again go into the back loop, pull through, and again, and just keep doing this till the end of the row. So it's kind of already starting to make a little ribbing. I think it's just a bit hard to see when it's all black. But for the rest of the rows, we're gonna keep doing single crochet in back loop only. And you keep doing this until you reach the desired width. So in the end, it should start looking something like this. So it should be, for me, I want it to kind of be cropped, so it's gonna be like here, to like middle of where my waist would end. So if you want to do it slightly, longer, so you do it here, so just do it so it ends where like the middle of your waist is. Maybe I'm just over explaining this, but yeah, something like this. And now we're gonna start doing the top bit. So we're gonna start doing the back piece, because this way you will know how much space you have to make your ghost in the front after. So after you're done the ribbing, we're gonna start doing the back panel. So chain 1, and for the back panel we're gonna do half double crochet. So we're gonna do half double crochet in here, and then this one in the middle here, and later in here, so it's kind of to not just do random number. So yarn over, go into your first stitch here, yarn over and pull through all 3, and again yarn over, and now we're gonna go into like the middle of this rib. So I usually go like in this little kind of knot, pull through, and again yarn over, and now we're gonna go in the middle of this inside, like indent. We're gonna go here, and again yarn over, and we're gonna go in the middle of the rib. And then in this indent. So we're gonna keep doing half double crochets till the end. So as I showed before, we're gonna do one in the rib here and run one in the indent, one in the rib, one in the indent thing. When you say indent, it's just, I mean, reverse rib, if that makes sense. So one here, one in this lane, one in this lane, one in this lane. And just keep doing this until you reach the end, and I'm gonna see you after. So after you finished your first row, it should look something like this. For row 2, again, we're gonna do a half double crochet. So just chain 1, and again yarn over. And now, because we already have normal stitches, so it's just doing as normal. And so for the rest of the rows, it's gonna be half double crochets till you reach where you want your straps to start. So we do it approximately where to, like, I guess, middle of your chest, because now we're gonna start doing kind of this bit, like as you can see on my top, and then later the straps. So yeah, do it to like middle of your chest area. And because remember, here we're gonna do a ribbing, so you need to leave slightly bigger gap between your armpit. And I did quite short because I wanted to be like a short vest, but if you want it a bit longer, obviously you can do it. So yeah, now we're gonna do like the middle bit. So I marked here how much I want my kind of middle part to go in. So this is 8 stitches from each side, and I put a stitch marker. So now we're gonna do half double crochets just in the middle bit, and you're gonna do this till you reach your collarbone, like till this piece reaches your collarbones. And yeah, so let's just do that. So when you're done, this one we're gonna fasten off. And now just attach your yarn where your stitch marker is. Usually I just do it with a little knot. And now just gonna continue doing half double crochets. And you do this till you reach your other stitch marker. So after you're done your first row of half double crochets from one stitch marker to another, it should look something like this. And now keep doing half double crochets between these stitch markers till this bit reaches your collarbones, and I'm gonna meet you after. So now we're gonna do the last bit. It's just gonna do this kind of the straps here. So I marked 6 stitches from each side, and we're just gonna do half double crochet till you reach like the middle of your shoulder. So let's just do one. So this is what's left from here, so we don't need to do anything else, so just chain 1. And we're gonna do half double crochet for those 6 stitches. And we're gonna keep do half double crochet for those 5 stitches, so the stitch marker is like, you would not go in there, it's like the end. And then chain 1, turn your work, and just keep doing this until you make the strap long enough to reach the middle of your shoulder. Just keep doing it, and I'm gonna see you when you're done. After you're done the first strap, we do the same way you do the second one, and then I'm gonna meet you after. Now, since you've done the straps and all the front and everything, the next step is to do the front. So basically why we did the back first, so you kind of know what size your waist is gonna be and how big is the graph or the image can be as well. So for me, this is 40 stitches wide, and in length it's 32 if you take it from there. This means that my graph can be, or like my image can be maximum 40, well not 40, a bit less, but the maximum width could be 40 and then 32 height. So after you counted your stitches, you're gonna put it into the graph. So what you can do is either do, you know, blank page and just draw your own image, your own ghost, or whatever you want to do. Or what I kind of do is you can search some graphs or something on Pinterest and then kind of choose something that is similar to what you want and then tweak it either to your size that you need or to kind of change the shape a bit. So after I went on Pinterest and found a few images I liked, I went to stitchfiddle.com. So that's just a page where you can basically make any graph or any craft you want. You know, we have crochet, cross stitch, knitting, basically you name it and it's there. So in this case, I chose crochet and then crochet color work. So this way you can make those little graph images. And we actually have like, you can put the yarn you're using for, you know, if it's like something you prefer. I just don't go with that. So no preference, and then just empty. You can also do from pictures, so you can choose any picture and can make it into a graph. But for me, because how many stitches I have, it's so small, none of the images really work. So just go empty and then choose how many stitches you have. So for me, I have the width of 40 and the height of 30. Well, it's 32, but just approximately, because obviously it's not going to use the whole length or height. And then create chart, and when you have just this, you know, kind of square with lots of little squares, and then you can just paint and do whatever you want. So I kind of found a reference online and just drew my own ghost. Well, I mean, kind of edited a bit to fit what I wanted for myself. But obviously, it's up to you. You can do anything. You don't even need to do a ghost. You can do, I don't know, a flower or whatever. You can just draw anything, and then if you want to delete something, you can also delete it. So it's completely up to you. And when you're done and you're happy with your image, we can start crocheting. So for me, my finished ghost was this. So it's like this little graph. and I kind of just I used this to make my ghost on the vest. So yeah, that's kind of a little run through how to do the graphs, and let's get back to the crochet part. So for me, what I settled on is this ghost, and it is 17th high, like 17 stitches. So this means that I kind of want to place it here, right? So it's kind of in the middle. So I kind of just count from here, like 17, and see where approximately it would fit. So I marked the front, the top and the bottom of where the image would approximately be. So it's kind of like in the middle, and obviously the front I will do slightly deeper neckline, which means there's gonna be slightly less stitches. So for me, I will put my ghost here. So I counted that from here, there's like 9 rows from here to here. So it means I will do 9 rows in black and then start my image. And then it should finish around here. So I hope this all makes sense. And yeah, so I'm gonna do the ribbing the same way as before for the front, and have double crochets for 9 rows. So for the front, we're gonna do the same as before, to do the ribbing for the front, and then as we measured before, so it kind of should be, you know, where it should be, the ghost would start. So for me, it's for 9 rows up, and then after I'll start the ghost, like the ghost bottom, and go up. So for now, we're gonna just do 9 rows of half double crochet in here, and then I'm gonna meet you to show you how I'm gonna do the ghost. Now I've done 9 half double crochet rows, as you can see in a graph. Now we're gonna start doing the ghost. So for first 14 stitches, we're just gonna do black, and then after we're gonna change it to white, and just keep changing whatever is on the graph. So, you know, this will become a bit easier while we do it. So let's start. So first, let's do 13 stitches in black. And yes, 13, and I will show you why later. So let's gonna do 13. Okay, so I've done 13 stitches now. So we're gonna start doing our 14th stitch, so just as normal. And when you have these 3 loops on your when you have 3 loops on a hook, so to finish off the half double crochet, take your white yarn, and we're gonna finish with white. So just take it and pull through. Pull everything so it's nice and tight. And now, so you finish off with white, so it's just more smooth transition, because now it's gonna be, you know, finished nicely the stitch with white, and then it's gonna, sorry, finish the stitch nicely and it's all black, and then we're gonna do white. So now, according to graph, we need to do 2 stitches in white. So we're gonna do 1 stitch in white, and then another one as the same as we just did before. So we're gonna start the half double crochet, and right before we are gonna finish, we're gonna take black instead of white and pull through. So we have done 2 white half double crochets, and now according to graph we need to do 3 black ones. So again, just gonna do 2 normal half double crochets, And for the third one, we're gonna not finish with black, but with white. So here you can just, on the other side, you can just kind of carry the yarn. Now again, we're gonna do we need to do 2 white ones. So first we're gonna do 1 normal, and 1 we're gonna start with white and finish with black. And now again we need to do 3 black ones. So do 2 as normal, and third one we're gonna start half double crochet but finish with white. And again we're gonna now do 1 full white, and then another one, start with white, take black, and finish with black. And now continue doing black till the end. So after you're done the first row of the ghost, it should look something like this. So you can see just a few little blobs here. And on the other side, it is, because I'm carrying the yarn, it is a bit, you know, messy, but this is gonna be our wrong side. But obviously you could kind of hide it between, but I think when it just wouldn't look as clean on the other side, but it's up to you what technique you use, but that's just what I'm doing for this one because I just prefer it. Now for the second row, this is gonna work from the back side, well, wrong side. So first we're gonna do, as per graph, 13 stitches in black. So let's do 12 in total, and I'm gonna meet you then. So now I've done 12 stitches. So for stitch 13, you're gonna start as normal, half double crochet, and finish it with white. So we're gonna just take it from front here and pull through. So for black one, just put it to the back as well, well, to the front here. And now, as per graph, we need to do 4 white stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and then for the fourth one, we're gonna start with white, half double crochet as before. We're gonna put white yarn to the front and take black and finish with the black yarn. So you keep white one here at front, and now we're gonna do, we need to do 1 black half double crochet So we're gonna go into this stitch and we're gonna start with black but finish with white because the next one is already white. So again, put black one in front here, hold it, and then take white and finish with white. You can see on the other side how it's looking. And now again we're gonna do, let's hold this, and we're gonna do four white stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and for the fourth one again we're gonna start with white. Put your white one here in front and then take black one. And finish with black. Again, we need to do one stitch with black yarn, so we're gonna start with black, put black in front again, and then take white from the front here to finish the stitch. And again, we're gonna do 4 stitches in white. So just keep your black here. Two, 3, and for the fourth one again, we're gonna start with white and take this here, take white in front, take black one, and finish with black one. So this is the finished with white for now, and we're gonna do the rest of the stitches as per graph, all black. So, and on the other side you can see it's starting to shape the ghost. I'm gonna just put the full graph here as before, and just keep doing this. You can either take a screenshot or something and keep marking so you know which row you're on, and just keep going, you know, from one side to another, just in changing where to the graph it says where you need to do the white, where you need to do the black. So keep doing the ghost as per graph until you're done with this row here, and I'm gonna meet you there. So now with the ghost I reached the part where it would start going in. So this means that I need to reduce the black. So as you can see in the graph, I also kind of marked it, so it's like there's no yarn there or no background there anymore. So for the front I want to be slightly wider, so I'm gonna do, I did from each side here like 8 stitches, so I'm gonna do 6 instead. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here the same way as before. Now we're just gonna start with the black from here and just continue your graph, and again continue with black. So that's all that is changing, just the size of the black, because with a graph, yes, you kind of need to count from the side, but because you already have the image, you kind of can see like, you know, oh, I need to decrease a bit or increase a bit. So with my graph I just need to kind of decrease the white from the sides a little bit, so it will become, you know, kind of oval here. So yeah, that's all, and let's just keep doing this. So because I finished my main yarn going like this, so now I'm just gonna turn my work and attach the yarn from this side. So it kind of follows the same pattern. And then after, everything is literally the same until you finish your graph. So just keep doing half double crochets, and the only thing is that you're gonna finish your black here where you put your stitch marker, so that is free instead of going the whole way. And I'm gonna meet you when you're done with your graph. After you're done with your ghost graph, just continue doing the smaller piece till you reach your collarbone or where you want your neckline to start. So, you know, approximately maybe here, like if you compare it to your other one. So it should be almost the same height, maybe slightly shorter if you want your neckline to be deeper. So just do that, you know, half double crochets, and I'm gonna meet you when you're done. After you have done doing your ghost and doing this, so it is slightly shorter, so my neckline is a bit deeper, you're gonna start doing the straps. So this is the back panel and this is my front. So you would just align it and you can see how much you would need to do the straps, so it's all the same size. So the same way, just do a few stitches. I did 5 I did 5 stitches like for the width, so we'll do 5 here again from each side to match the length of the back. And then when these straps are done, the last bit is just gonna be do the ribbing and sew everything together. So yeah, just do the straps the same way as we did for the back, and I'm gonna meet you when you're done. Okay, so now when you're done with your top, well, with the front and with the back, we're gonna do the ribbing. So for all the ribbings for the around the arms and for the neckline, we're gonna do the same way as we did the main one. So it's just gonna be a single crochet in a back loop only. The only thing is we're gonna do foundation chain a bit shorter. So for the big main one we did 9 for foundation chain, and here we're gonna do 5. So chain 5, and then just again we're gonna do single crochet and then chain 1, and again we're gonna do single crochet but in a back loop only. Chain 1, turn your work, and again in the back loop only. And so you will need 3 of these, to 2 for the arms and 1 for the neckline. So just do 3 of these, and I'm gonna meet you when you're done. Okay, so now when you're done with your top, well, with the front and with the back, your ghost is done, and we have done the ribbing. The last bit is just to sew everything. First, what we're gonna do is sew the sides. So we're just gonna do these ones here. So now we're just gonna do this side here. So take your yarn and we're gonna go into the very corner of the side, so go here and here, just pull your yarn, and I usually just, you know, tie it so it's nice and secure. And now we're gonna start the sewing. So you can see here there's like little V's, so we're just gonna go through both of them on one side and on the other, so it's nice and stitched. Just gonna go on each, stitch the same. I feel that this might be a bit hard to see on camera, but basically just go from on one side, another side through the stitch and pull through. Yeah, and you can see on the other side it's just kind of this little crisscross stitch. So just keep doing this until you're done with the ribbing part. And now when you reach the main part of the vest, because there's no actual stitches here, like as the one for the ribbing, you know, you could kind of see the V's. Here if you can't, so you can just basically go as close as possible to the edge on each side and just stitch it up. So it's quite easy and it goes quite fast, so just go from one side to another and pull through. And just keep doing this until you reach the end for the side. And just keep doing this until you reach the end here, like the corner, and I'm gonna meet you then. After you reach the end here, we can just secure it and fasten it off. And then the same way as we did the ribbing as well, we're gonna do the straps. So we can do, so you can see there's little V's, so you would just do in each V, so you would just do each stitch one by one for the straps. And then the same way we're gonna do the other side. And after you've sewed all of these pieces together, we're gonna do the ribbing. So just do that and I'm gonna see you then. So after you're done, you should have 3 of these ribs, 2 for the edges here and 1 for the neckline. So now the last step after you've sewed everything all your straps and everything, we're gonna sew the ribbing. So first we're just gonna invert this inside out, and basically the same way as we did connect everything else, we're gonna sew it all around here and then the neckline as well. Let's start with this side. So I'm gonna start from the middle here. So put your needle through and just again secure it. And now we're gonna take the very end of the ribbing and just go through the corner. And then stitch by stitch just connect it all around. So just go into the next stitch and then on the ribbing. And again, next stitch. It's kind of similar how we did the very ribbing at the bottom and then crocheted into it. So you do one stitch, in the main, and then one stitch here, and then next one would be in the outside rib and inside rib, and so on. This way you sew it on evenly. So when you reach this edge where the stitches are not as clear, same as like we did when we were connecting the sides, just gonna go kind of approximately where a stitch would be in this side, and here you continue doing one in the groove, one on this like bump, one in the indent, one in the bump, and so on. And just keep doing this until you reach the end, and I'm gonna see you there. And now when you're at the end, we're just gonna do the last stitch and then and then stitch this up as well, so it's all nice and connected. And then as we did for the other ribbing, just do these V's on each side. And then just finish it off with a little knot. Yeah, and your arm ribbing is done. So after you're done with your ribbing for the arm, we just gonna do the same way the neckline and the other arm, and after that I'm gonna meet you. So after you sewed all the ribbing, it's basically finished. All you need to do is weave in your ends. So for the ghost part, where if you did carry over the yarn, you would have the same kind of long strands of yarn like me. So you can either cut it and just weave in as normal, or just leave it as is as well. So yeah, last step to weave in the ends. After you're done weaving in the ends, the last bit you could do is like, see the ghost, at least for me, it just has like these kind of in, you know, random spots where it could be more even. So if you want, you can just take the white yarn and kind of stitch over it just to fill in these gaps. But I kind of like it. I don't know, just because, you know, ghosts are kind of moving, so I don't know, I like how it looks, so I will leave it. But obviously it's an option, so you could fill in like here and maybe here a little bit to make it more cohesive and more even edges. You know, after you're done with filling the gaps, if you decided to do so, you're officially done. And yeah, this is the finished product. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, recently I've made a Ko-fi account, so if you enjoy my videos and want to support the channel, please consider buying me a coffee. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you. That is all. Bye!